Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dota 2 patch 7.00 to be exact. It's a new patch. We have a ton of different changes, so let's get right down to it. First, number one, the map itself has changed. We have different camps with different spawn boxes. The location of these camps are fairly similar, except what the main jungle has been really changed. There are two more ancient camps on each side of the map. So this one you should be familiar with, the old Radiant Ancient, but there is also another new Ancient on the Radiant. Same for Dire, they got two new sets of Ancient camps. One near where the old one was, and then one near where the kind of the mid tower is. More importantly, there's also a new Ancient spawn. There you go, these purple guys. They have a specific thing where they root you and make you lose armor and all that stuff. I'm not going to talk about the camp itself too specifically, but there's going to be new jungling patterns as well as new stacking patterns. Speaking in jungling and stacking patterns, the spawn times of the camps have changed as well. You used to have camps spawn every single minute, starting in 30 seconds in, and then 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Now camps only spawn in the odd minutes. So for example, when the clock strikes 16 right now, this camp would not spawn. This means, I'm not gonna block the camp, I'm gonna get out of the way, nobody's in the camp, there's no spawn, and there's no invisible wards or anything blocking it. It's just that the camps don't spawn in the even minute marks anymore. This means a couple of things for junglers, especially traditional junglers like Axe that goes one camp to the next and take out the camp. That kind of jungle patterns won't work as effectively anymore because for 1 full minute there's no creep spawning. I think the new jungling pattern is going to be more about stacking. So I'm thinking about Tinker in, for example, or Axe that predicates more on stacks, or a Bat Rider that wants to stack more. I think those heroes would jungle a lot more efficiently, but that's going to be another discussion for another day. The next big change about the map is the runes. You see there's a bounty rune in the middle of nowhere here. In fact, there is 4 bounty runes now all over the map. 1 in the Radiant jungle, 1 in the top secret shop, 1 in the Dire jungle, and 1 in the Dire secret shop. Now, all of these bounty runes act exactly the same as the old bounty runes. They spawn every 2 minutes. They give you experience and gold when you pick it up. They will refill your bottle, but not to the 3 charges, but to only 2. And then the regular rune spot, this one as well as this one, give you the power-up runes like double damage, haste, illusion, so on and so forth. And this means a couple of things. This means that dedicated junglers / roamers will be able to pick up these bounties. You can actually work your jungling patterns into these bounty runes. There's 4 in the map, so that also means it's going to be very difficult to zone a particular hero away from it early on. Alchemist, I'm talking about you with his Grievel's Greed. It's very easy, for example, for a Radiant Alchemist to have 2-3 heroes to protect him to get this rune, while for example his friend is going to get the bounty rune up here. It's also going to be very interesting if teams going to be running very aggressive invading strategies into the opposing jungle to grab bounties. After all, there's 4 bounties on the map for you to grab, and that's going to create a whole bunch of different exciting changes as the game begins and of course as the game progresses. So the next thing I want to talk about are shrines. Shrines are a new building that's added to Dota 2 and is scattered throughout the map. When you activate a shrine, it gives you a 600 HP heal as well as a 200 mana heal. This scales with the game, so as the game goes on longer and longer, the heal gets bigger and bigger. The shrines have a 5-minute cooldown to actually pop these heals, but it is a big AoE heal, so you and your teammates could actually get a lot out of it. Both teams have a shrine right in front of an ancient camp. So the Dire one is over here with the Dire shrine. And then both team has a shrine next to their secret shop as well. Gonna show the shrine over here. And you can see that these shrine locations are very strategic and very, very important. Having a shrine next to ancients means that perhaps this ancient should be the one that's being stacked. And you could actually take the ancient stack with heal, having access to heal. And these shrines are like towers. You could glyph them to give them immunity. And after all your tier 1 towers are down, the enemy team could actually take these down and get gold bounty as well. You could teleport onto them to defend them. They don't give you any vision. That's the only big difference, as well as they don't give you true sight vision. But I could just imagine teams running strategies to tackle down your shrines early, but at the same time, when you're fighting next to your shrine, if it's not on cooldown, you could activate the heal. So it might be very difficult for the enemy team to come up a ramp, fight you there when you have, the advantage of the heal and whatnot. Furthermore, there are shrines in your base as well. There's 5 shrines, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can imagine how defending the base might get much easier when you could actually pop these shrines for heals in the middle of a fight. Again, it's a 5-minute cooldown, and 30-40 minutes in the game. The 600 to 800 HP heal that you get out of it isn't exactly the greatest, but it's still a little bit boost for itself as well. And of course, a lot more gold for your enemy team when they destroy the racks as well as the shrines associated with the racks. I think the addition of shrines will create a ton of different gameplay in terms of where to push, when to push, how to defend, and when to defend. And of course, when you could TP to these shrines, you can make interesting plays about reinforcing this particular tower and whatnot. And of course, shrine will also allow you to jungle as well as take runes. You could TP across the map to your other shrines and take the bounty runes. It's really difficult for me to wrap my head around this shrine shenanigan right now, but just letting you guys know, it's going to add a lot of interesting strategical play to the game. The last thing I want to talk about is Roshan. You can see on the minimap, Roshan has been changed to a very brand new and interesting location. Again, it's hard to say who has the advantage now in terms of Radiant or Dire. Both teams have a shrine nearby where they can heal and siege Rosh. This map is extremely open in terms of teams having ramps going down to the Roshan from multiple sides. So it's very easy to steal Rosh, it's very easy to challenge Rosh. The new Roshan values have been different as well. The HP of Rosh is actually much lower, but has a lot higher armor to work with. I actually tested a level 3 Ursa jungling Rosh, and they both took about 55 seconds in the new Rosh and the old Rosh. So it's actually very difficult to say if the new Roshan is tankier than the old Roshan. I think it really depends. Ursa in particular is a very special case. And of course, when you have heroes packing minus armor versus hero just doing straight raw damage, that's going to change your Roshan timing as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to be doing more 7.00 patch log videos. I have 2 videos already planned. Number 1, I'm going to show you all these different juke spots in these new trees that it's being created, what trees to cut down to break your opponent's angles. Number 2, I'm going to show you the different pull times as well as stack times of the new camps. They are a little bit different, mostly the same, but you could do some really sick things in the new map. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and subscribe if you want to follow and check back for those 2 other videos I mentioned. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and until next time, this is Luminous. I'm signing off. See you guys.